んにちは、チューアップイングリッシュ編集部です。ところで、まよいさんは外国人の人のお家に遊びに行ったことありますか？
ないですね。
一度もないんですか？
そもそも外国人の友達があんまりいないので。
そうなんだ、はい、どういうイメージがあります？外国のお家ってなんかイメージとかあります？
おしゃれ
ですよね。おしゃれですよね。なんだろう、同じような家具置いてると思うのにおしゃれ度が全然違いますよね。
そうですね。
なんでだろうって思いません？日本に住んでいる人でもやっぱりそのインテリアっていうのがとってもおしゃれで、なんか
拾ってきたものをインテリアにするとか、
そう DIY とかが上手なイメージがありますよね。っていうことで今回チアップイングリッシュでは外国人の人のお宅に実際お邪魔してインテリアをおしゃれにする Tips を盗んできちゃいました。今回利用したのがエアービーアンドビーっていうサービスで、エアービーアンドビーって知ってます？
知らないです。
今すっごい世界中で流行ってて、自分のお部屋とか自分のお家、空いてるお家とか空いてるお部屋を旅行者とかに貸し出すっていうウェブサービスがあるんです。Airbnb でアンディさんとサムさんっていうお二人のカップル、アメリカ人とイギリス人のカップルのお家にお邪魔してきたので、早速 VTR 見てみましょう。
Andy?
This is Sam. Welcome
To our home! We were living in South Korea and we took a weekend trip to Fukuoka over like a ferry from Busan to Fukuoka, and my friend had told me like some good food that Fukuoka has, and she told me about takoyaki, and I didn't know at the time that it was street food. So I was in a department store asking for takoyaki, and I was like, oh, do you have this? And everyone was like, no, sorry. So we went, there's a really nice park, and we went, and I had to use the restroom, so I was away in the restroom, and
So yeah, so I started playing with someone's dog, and they just invited us back to the house, and they cooked Japanese food.
Yeah, I asked them like, where can we get this food, and they're like, oh, we don't know. So they took us to the supermarket. They bought all the takoyaki ingredients. They took us to their house and they cooked it for us.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so like our first experience was my first experience of Japan.
Yeah, it was very warm.
Yeah, the taka in Gazu.
Yeah,
taka.
Gazu,
Yeah.
And then they took us around Fukuoka and showed us all the sights, and then
it was such an amazing experience.
Yeah. So we got an opportunity 2 years ago, and we thought we'd like to go to Japan for this reason, to experience it.
So
I guess even being in Tokyo, there's a lot of contrast. So there's big parks you can go to, and then you can go into the city, or you can eat different kinds of food. So there's kind of a lot to do here, and I don't really find it too stressful.
When I tell people about Japan, like I explain my experience, and it's always like when I visited before, every time I came, it was like I stepped off the plane and then this peace descended upon me, and it was just that each person has, like, I don't know how to call it, like a country that's like your heart country, like your second home country, and I really feel like Japan is my heart country. Like I feel really at home here. I really, really love it. Well, a lot of our things in our apartment came from Craigslist. It's an amazing way to get cheap but great things. So when we moved here, I had a record player at university, and I really love records. So I got this for 1,000 yen from a very, very nice German couple, and a lot of the records came from a record store in Shibuya, and then I brought some over from England and America. So I'm an artist, and this is my work. Yeah, this is my studio / living room. Basically, yeah.
このダイニングに置いてあるのはフルーツで、フルーツはね基本的に絶対に置いとくんですって。スムージーを作るらしいですよ。
すぐに作れるよ。
そうそうそう。あとこのねティーおしゃれだった。
可愛いですね。
彼がねイギリス人だからね、本場のイギリスのティーがね飲めるみたいですよ。これなんだ？
グラタン皿。
グラタン皿。
お茶碗ちゃんと置いてあるんですね。
ね、ほんとびっくり。これキャニスターっていうらしいですよ。知ってました？
日本語で米びつですね。
おしゃれじゃない？これに入れるだけで全然なんだろう、
全然違うものに見えますね。お
本
米が。
当にここ真似できますよ。
So where my grandma lives next to the sea in England, and this pier
Show
goes.
her the picture of your grandma while
Wow.
you're
Oh,
back.
that's my grandma on the
Oh,
right.
in the blue shirt.
She's 90 years old on the right. This here is usually beach, but the sea comes in. So Sam stood on the pier, and she took this picture. But I've stood here all my life since being a baby.
Yeah,
so I've been
that's so
here.
nice to see it.
So she chose the picture and printed it, but it's so strange because where I'm standing, I've been here from being 1 up to like 30, and just like looking at the same image. So it's amazing. Yeah. When we came to Japan, we were offered jobs in this area, so we wanted to live within maybe 20 minutes of our jobs. So we looked at some different areas, but Kanamachi is near to a very big river, the Edogawa. Tokyo's biggest park's about 15 minutes away. There's also a very good cake shop and coffee shop and famous sushi shop very close by. So that kind of drew us here as well.
Yeah.
And it's a calmer part of
Yes.
Tokyo. Kanamachi is an older part. And it is calm, so even in the busy time, then it's you don't feel like you're sort of in the city, I suppose.
And we're both from the country, so we really like calm places, and yeah, Kanamachi it fit us, I think.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
First of all, today we're going to take you to Bicycle Coffee, and it's he was born and raised in Kanamachi, and he started this coffee shop, and they roast their own beans, and they source their own beans, and it's this homemade roaster, and then they deliver on the bicycle. They have several cafes in Ginza, so that's really good. And then she
これがねお二人に連れてってもらった地元というか彼らのアパートの近くでおすすめのコーヒーショップなんです。
外国みたいですね。
ね、すごい素敵ですよね。
は
バイセクルコーヒーっていうんですけど、
自転車いっぱい。
そうそう、コンセプトが自転車で運ぶフェアトレードで取引された最高品質アラビカ種の有機栽培オーガニックコーヒー。あ、全部言えた。
すごいです。
すごい自分たちで焙煎機を回して自分たちでペダルを回してお届けするっていうコンセプトらしいですよ。
こだわりのお店です。
そうそう、まあ一応サンフランシスコからね上陸したらしいんですけど、このねオーナーさんがすっごくまた素敵で英語ペラペラなんですよ。
本場仕込みってやつです。
そう、
いりきですか。
そう、これね自分で作ったんですって。
すごいですね。
うん、何でも DIY。
So first of all, how many countries have we had?
I think 12 countries.
The guests that usually come actually are couples or friends traveling together. So usually 2 people. I would say most of them are between the ages of 25 and 40.
Yeah.
And a lot of them actually are on a round the world trip. So they've been traveling. Our last couple, this was their 14-month traveling. So they...
Yeah, so they're almost at the end of it.
Yes,
So I think
yeah.
they wanted to stay somewhere with kind of a bed and somewhere a little bit quieter and maybe, I don't know, I'm not really sure, they didn't tell us.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted somewhere they could hang out with people and chat and kind of cook and eat and drink together.
Yeah, that's really important for people doing the around the world trips, is that there's facilities to cook, because obviously money, they're trying to save money, and if you cook, it's very economical. So,
Yeah.
so we have the cooking facilities, which I think is one of the reasons people book with us.
Yeah.
What else is...
I think come and we speak a little Japanese, a little Korean, a little French, but basically we'll speak English. So so if you come here, then you get to enjoy
Yeah, and we do try to keep that home environment, and I think that's why guests also like it. And
They say like a lot of people have said like a home from home.
yeah,
They feel like they can relax here, and
yeah.
it's not staying with strangers. It's like staying with people they know.
So usually our guests are people who usually love eating,
Eating.
and we eat lots together,
And music, food,
Yeah.
talking, relaxing, coffee.
and of course this is a really special trip for our guests, and so there's this enthusiasm when they come and stay, and yeah, we like to share. So we really feel like our flat is special because it is in the older part of Tokyo. A lot of foreigners live in the center or on the other side of Tokyo, and I really feel like this is like real Japan, real Tokyo. It's not so touristy. I mean, there are some tourist places like Shibamata, but it's more residential, and I think guests get to experience real Tokyo as well. Like I said, it's such a special experience, and Andy and I really enjoy sharing that experience with guests, and we're so excited that they're excited and that they get to take this special trip, because maybe it's the only one one trip that they'll take to Tokyo in their life. So we really like trying to make that as special as possible, and of course clean. It's very important to have a clean place to stay.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to you.
Yeah.